A new study out suggests there's little difference between the water cooler at your office and a high school cafeteria, at least when it comes to bullying. Here with the details is Wall Street Journal assistant editor Francesca Donner, who specializes in workplace and management issues for us. Gosh, you think you get away from this by the time you grow up and you go to work, but not so. But what exactly is bullying in the workplace? I mean, no one's like putting your head down in the water fountain and making you drink, right? Like, what is it?
It's not quite that bad, but it can really come across as rude behavior, teasing. It might not be as directly oppressive as, physical aggression, but certainly things that make people feel bad, unkind statements, things like that.
There's a study recently that showed that some people might perhaps be more susceptible to this office bullying than others based on the way they appear. How did this study unfold?
That's exactly right. So researchers looked at workers at a healthcare facility and they asked them to rate how often they felt they were bullied. Separately, they had other people rate the attractiveness of those individuals.
This sounds like high school again,
awful,
right?
Awful, just awful ideas
right.
Even to begin with. But what they found was those people who were rated as less attractive also reported that they were more subjected to bullying, so unkind statements, things like that.
Is this something that is sort of sweeps across all aspects of the workplace, though? Haven't there been other studies that show that people who may be more physically attractive, they tend to make more, they tend to get promotions more?
That's absolutely right, Wendy, and you'd think you'd move beyond it because you aren't really hired based on how you look, but you might be. People who are more attractive, they do make more. People who are taller tend to do better, which doesn't really bode very well for me as a short person.
Just like stand there.
I stand very tall.
Right,
but
you do
still,
stand tall.
No,
I would never bully you, just let's be clear.
Thank you. No, but it's absolutely been shown that people who are less attractive might fare less well in performance reviews, all sorts of things, and it really stretches across the board.
And how big was this study in general? I mean, just so we know, like
how many participants?
Yes.
There were 114 people that they looked at in the healthcare facility. So not enormous, but not tiny either. And I think you can certainly generalize across the board that this really might be happening. There's so many other studies out there that really show that looking good is probably important.
All right, we can see more about that in our careers coverage on WSJ.com. Thanks so much, Francesca.
Thank
Appreciate
you so
you bringing
much.
us that report.